Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're doing another Will I Buy It? But here on my channel, we add a little French twist. So for collections that we want, we say oui. And for collections we don't want, we say non merci. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As many of you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get the chance to talk to me one-on-one through a video chat and talk to me about any beauty concern you might have, whether you've recently picked up a makeup item or if you have something in your collection that you just can't really seem to make work for you. That is the perfect time to book a consultation. And I also have gift cards for my services. These are a perfect gift for the makeup lover in your life. Now, if you want to make an appointment or if you'd like to purchase a gift card, click the link in the description box down below. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this Will I Buy It? I just did this last week and lo and behold, we have some new collections to talk about. So the first account here is Trend Mood 1. And when I saw this is how I decided to film another one of these because I have to share this with you. So we have a sneak peek of the Dior spring release. This looks so beautiful. So depending on your region, this might come out in December or January. Honestly, I hope it's January. I cannot see spring releases in person now. It's way too soon, but look at the packaging. For the past couple of years, Dior has come out with these overly beautiful embellished packaging on their foundation compacts. This is the one that I purchased last year. This is the Dior Forever Perfect Cushion Foundation. And the year before that, they had the same compact but with a different case. And so they're coming out with a new one here. It looks like, I think, is that houndstooth or chevron? I'm not exactly certain which pattern it is. It reminds me of the Guerlain lipstick cases. This sort of, I think this is chevron. So I don't know what the name is exactly of this pattern, but I think it looks so incredibly beautiful. Okay, so in the post it says houndstooth. There we go, it's houndstooth. And so the pattern will be on the packaging as well as one of their handbags. This looks like the Lady Dior handbag, but with a special new houndstooth packaging. It looks gorgeous. I love all of this. I love the whole release. I'm interested to see which foundation is going to be in the cushion compact, if it's the same that I have here or if it's a different one. I love also that the lipsticks are going to have this special case. Has Peter Phillips, the director, like the makeup director of Dior, has Peter Phillips taken a weekend off? Because this brand just keeps knocking it out of the park. Every release, every season, they keep coming out with these tiny little collections as well as like their larger collections too, but the packaging is so beautiful. This is going to be a limited edition packaging for the Forever Perfect Cushion Foundation. The lipsticks look gorgeous. You know, the lipstick cases are refillable, so you could purchase this and then just purchase a regular lipstick afterwards and just have the most extra packaging. The lipstick, like the bullet, the makeup itself, is going to also have the houndstooth motif. It doesn't look as extraordinary in the photo. I'm certain that in person it's going to look really nice with the detailing and embossing. I think just the black and white houndstooth motif looks so nice. Black and white is so classy, it's so elegant, it's so timeless too. This is something that will not look dated in 30 years if you keep it for that long, which I know some people do. I know that many of you have makeup museums at home with your collections, so I saw this and I had to share it. I was like, this looks so beautiful. So this will be part of one of their spring releases. This looks like one of their more micro collections where they just come out with one or two items that are just exquisite and beautiful. There's also going to be the more classic Dior trio eyeshadows and some bronzers and highlighters that I've seen on some Patreon pages. This here, I'm not 100% certain it will be available worldwide. The cushion that I just showed you, I purchased mine through Harrods. I bought it online because I knew it was not coming to Canada. So these here, if these don't come to Canada, I won't be surprised. Personally, I think it's worth buying through Harrods. There is a shipping fee, which is very annoying, but you don't pay taxes or duties. I wish I could just pay like a flat rate yearly with Harrods and just do shipping year round, but I think in this case, if you see a special blush, a special compact, a special lipstick that just looks so exquisite, and you know it's not going to come to you, I think it's worth buying online. Personally, I will definitely get the cushion and the lipstick. I don't think I'll be getting the Lady Dior handbag, maybe one day. I will in fact buy these through Harrods, unless through some miracle they come to Canada, but I really don't think that they will. I will keep you updated. I will provide links once I see these. I'm guessing these will be available in Asia first, as they usually are, and then at some point they will be made available for the rest of the world. Once I see these online, maybe Selfridges will sell it, maybe, we'll see. I'll provide some links on my community tab page, so if you're not subscribed, I highly encourage that you do. I'll keep you posted for this here. So this goes without saying, but this is a huge oui for me. I love the aesthetic, I love the packaging, and I love the products, and I'm certain I can find a lipstick here that I will enjoy. So a definite oui for me. Okay, now we have something new from Viseart. We talked about Viseart in our last video because they had a new collection of the Petit Four. Those are those quads that they come out with, and now they have a new 8-pan palette. Or 8 shadow palette, I should say. This is the new Petit Pro Paris Étoile. So this is the Petit Pro Paris Star. It's described as a wintry wonderland of smoky splendor, inspired by the nocturnal glamour of Paris after hours. It provides deep shadows and a soft, luminous embrace. So 8 deep, smoky, matte, and luminous opalescent shimmers. So you get a mixture of matte and more high intensity shimmers. I think that this looks beautiful, you know, and I see the outside packaging. It reminds me a little bit of Van Gogh's Starry Night. It looks enchanting. It looks like a winter wonderland. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I love the mixtures of the dark grays, the blues, a little hint of purple as well. We do have some promo swatches here, so we do have to take this with a little grain of salt because promo photos tend to look a little bit different than real life ones that we take, but all of these look gorgeous. The shade that calls to me the most is Montmartre. I love this very dark turquoise teal color, and then the shade called Choisi. It looks like a very deep violet purple. This looks gorgeous. I think it looks really nice. I think they really hit the marketing on the head here with like the wintry wonderland of like glamorous Paris after nightfall. I think it's beautiful. I see a couple of the model photos here. This is exactly what I would do with it. Really blown out, super smoky, purpley, a little bit of a teal hint, and then we see something a little bit lighter with some of the lighter colors and a bit more of a classy, smoky eye. I mean, listen, I'm not certain if this is a limited edition. I hope it isn't, but it might be. But I think it looks gorgeous. I think it's really beautiful. I love the whole aesthetic. I love the shade selection. You know, I might add this to my cart and wait for, I guess when I'm publishing this, it'll be Black Friday, so stay tuned to see if I actually bought this. But overall, the aesthetic, the colors, the vibe, I think it's a big oui for me. Let me know what you think. All right, it's a new day, so we have a new makeup line from a celebrity, of course. Today we are talking about Ariana Grande, the singer. She has a new beauty line out called R.E.M. Beauty. I certainly love Ariana Grande. I think she's a fabulous isn't the right word. I think she's a super talented singer. I think she's also very beautiful, and her aesthetic is always very clear. She's had a very clear aesthetic makeup and beauty wise, so I can sort of see how she has a makeup line, although we've never really seen her talk about makeup or anything like that. I think it's just one of those things that, like, remember like a decade ago, all celebrities came out with their own perfume lines. Now all celebrities come out with their own beauty lines, like skincare or makeup, etc. If I just look at this very quickly, my first impression of this is that it looks very young. I think that I am not the target demographic for this. I do appreciate that she's only doing makeup. She's not like doing skincare claims or anything like that. But I think this is not really for me. But let's go ahead and just like look at what's here. We have some eyeshadow palettes here. We have, I think, 5-6 shades. We have a lot of singles as well. Like, so eyeshadow singles, I think these are going to be a mixture of matte and metallic shades for the singles as well. There appear to be some bullet lipsticks. It looks very futuristic. It gives me like the aesthetic of the 1960s, and what was that show about that cartoon family in space? The Jetsons. It gives me a 1960s space inspiration, and I think a lot of her aesthetic is the 1960s with like her makeup and her hair, so I kind of see where she's going with this. We have a couple different palettes here. So there's one that's a bit warmer, has more of that cranberry and also a dark matte black, and then one that's more cool tone with some blue and some silver. I do like blue and lighter colors like that too. And then these here look like liquid eyeshadows, I believe. I certainly don't think that they're liquid lipsticks, but I could be wrong. These look like liquid eyeshadows, and they all have that same sort of like 1960s Jetsons in space vibe, so I can see where they're going with it. Okay, so here we have swatches of the eyeshadows. Some of these do look nice. Like, I am drawn to the more blue, periwinkle, purpley colors. I do like a sparkly eyeshadow look. So as I mentioned before, I don't think I'm the target demographic for this collection here. This is really not for me. Kind of looks very Sephora, even like a little bit cheaper, to be honest. So this is not for me. It's a non merci. There might be some items here that are good, but it's a non merci for me. Okay, moving on to some Too Faced cosmetics. We have something here that's coming out in December, but it's definitely giving me a spring vibe. This is the new Too Femme collection. For me, the butterflies, the pastels give me a spring vibe. So it could be spring, but it's coming out in December. But we know that brands like to launch their collections like a whole season before. So this is going to include the Too Femme eyeshadow palette with 14 shades, the butterfly blush, 6 hardcore lipsticks, and the Better Than Sex mascara, plus the waterproof version with the pastel butterfly logos. Now, if we look at the eyeshadow palette here, it's like on its side, but I do like some of the colors here. I like the light baby blue pastel, and then I like the shade directly across from it, that like more cranberry color. Some of the color combinations here I don't really understand. Like, there is a brown shade with a butterfly on the side. I'm not certain. I mean, these are all eyeshadows. At first I thought maybe this was like a face powder, but that's a eyeshadow, as well as the light one on the opposite side of the palette that says Too Faced. It looks like a white light pearlescent color here. I haven't used a Too Faced palette in a long time. I have one that I've owned for like over a decade now. The Too Faced Naked Eye, it is well loved. This thing breaks off. I loved this when it came out. I used it all the time. Don't even know if it's eye safe anymore because it's quite old, but I really enjoyed this. But I haven't really been drawn to Too Faced in a long time now. I don't know, I feel like some of the colors don't really add up to me, like some of the super dark warm browns and then like the baby blue pastels. But you know, when you get an eyeshadow palette, you don't have to use all of the colors at once, so you could definitely use some of these colors over here and then some over here and then some over there, like the following days. You don't have to use all of them at once. So I don't know, let's look at the blush here. This looks very pretty, very cutesy, very girly with the butterflies and the pastels. From the promo photo, it looks like a nice peachy blush, but we'll see because sometimes they look different in person. And the Better Than Sex mascara, I don't know if I've ever tried it. Maybe I have. I don't think it was that memorable, So I don't know, I'm not really drawn. I think the packaging looks nice, but if I'm comparing this to like the Dior packaging, not at all the same thing. And then the lipsticks, I'm sure they're nice, but I haven't tried them yet. So I don't know. I think the spring butterfly aesthetic is nice, but I think overall this collection is a non merci for me. All right, moving on to a different account. This is Tavia at Chic Profile Official, and we have something new here from Yves Saint Laurent. This is the YSL Beauty Rouge Volupte Candy Shine Lipstick launch. This is a new line which will be expected in Japan on January 14th, 2022, and it's also going to be a pre-sale in December. So if it's coming out in Japan around that time, maybe it'll come out here a few weeks later or maybe a month later. You know, I love Yves Saint Laurent. I love YSL, their packaging. I love the tube, and then I love that you have a pop of color in the center. It just looks so chic to me. So this is the Volupte Candy Shine. This is going to be a more glossy lipstick, more of a shiny, almost like a glossy lipstick, like I said. But what looks different here is that the center pop of color looks the same. I like when the center pop of color matches the lipstick. I like when it's a little bit different. So I know that this is a new collection, a new launch, but I kind of like the ones that have their own individual colors. So the Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze is an experienced syrupy lip with a hybrid finish with a caring moisturizing property, a burst of color, and a glossy finish. This is interesting. The biggest feature of the texture is that it melts like syrup the moment it touches your lips, and you have like a juicy color and a luster of pop. I hope that these stain the lips, because the more glossy a lip product is, the more kind of like evaporates. It's like the opposite of a liquid lipstick, obviously. I'm interested to see these. I definitely want to see these in person. So I hope that these are an international release, not just a release in Asia, but time will tell. I really want to see how glossy these are, and I hope that they have a nice color payoff too. But I have to say, some of these promo photos look so inviting. The red, the glossiness, I just think it looks so nice. It's so enticing, and just it looks so wonderful. So I want to see these. I want to see what these look like on the lips and how intense they are. I hope they have a nice color payoff and not just like a clear jelly shine. So I believe that these new YSL Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze will be a oui for me, but I will wait to see these in person or see some swatches for like a real human. So this is a oui for me, but in the near future. Now moving on to some Bobbi Brown, we have their Spring 2022 collection. I keep wanting to say Spring 2021 collection because time has lost meaning, but these will launch in February. That seems like a more appropriate time for a spring release. Let me just say that. So February 4th will be the launch date. There's going to be new crushed creamy lip colors and cheeks. Interesting. I think we're seeing a lot more liquid cream blushes. I'm seeing that a lot more. I'm thinking of the Chanel liquid blushes that will be coming out in the spring, and so I'm just seeing this more often now. Now I have tried some of these Bobbi Brown crushed lip colors, and they're really nice, very comfortable. So I'm interested to see more colors in the lip line, because when I think of Bobbi Brown, I think of nude lips. That's what I think of all the time. So I want to see what new colors they'll come out with. And now these cream blushes here we only have 4 shades. I'm not certain if they're only coming out with 4 shades or if they'll come out with more later on, but we have 2. Like honestly, all 4 of these kind of look a little bit similar. The first 2 look more in the peachy. I guess you have a peach and then one that's a rose, and then you have one that's like a rosy brown, and then one that's more of a brown with gold or brown with warmth to it. These are all in the Your Cheek But Better. This is very Bobbi Brown, like you but better, just like a little bit enhanced, a little bit of a natural flush. This is Bobbi Brown as a brand. I think I'm more often used to using powder blushes, but cream blushes look really natural and look really healthy. And especially when it's like super cold and wintry, it's kind of nice to have like a little bit of a flush that looks very healthy and glowy. So I definitely want to see these in person. I hope that these wear well. Sometimes cream blushes fade away faster for some reason, so let's hope that these are nice. I'm tempted to see, but I'm going to wait until I can see these in person. So for me, it's a oui. Now, another release here from Bobbi Brown. This will be coming out earlier. This is Bobbi Brown for the Lunar New Year. So this will be Spring 2022. and it'll launch in Japan in the beginning of January. There's going to be a new formula for the single eyeshadows, and we're going to see a lot of limited edition packaging here for some classics. So the cleansing oil, I love a cleansing oil. I haven't tried one from Bobbi Brown, but I've heard it's great. So we're going to see beautiful red packaging. We also have the classic iconic Bobbi Brown brick highlighter. It's going to have the beautiful red with gold packaging for the Lunar New Year. We also see here a face powder. We have the new eyeshadow formula and some lipsticks. So these eyeshadows here, they look beautiful. They look a little bit gold, a little bit sparkly. They look really like one of those like one and done mascara and you're out the door. And then on the bottom we have just the products that we mentioned earlier. Now the lipsticks look like they have two different formulas. They don't look the exact same. They have different bullets, so they must be different products. The first one here looks like a glossy finish. As you can see, it sort of shears out as the swatch sort of tapers down. It kind of looks like there's going to be a little bit of a shimmer to it. You have to squint a little bit, and of course it's a promo photo, but it looks like a sheer glossy red with maybe a little bit of a gold fleck in it. And then the second one also looks glossy. It looks more saturated. It looks like it has more color payoff, and the bullet looks interesting. I haven't seen this shape before. I'm not a Bobbi Brown expert, but this looks like a very interesting lip color. It kind of looks like a bricky red, like your lip but better, with a little bit of red and a bit of brown. Yeah, if you celebrate the Lunar New Year, if you like the packaging, there's going to be a new collection here, so stay tuned for Bobbi Brown. That's going to be back to back in January and February for spring and Lunar New Year. I think for me, realistically, it's going to be a Non Merci. I like Bobbi Brown. I have some of their products, but these items here, they don't necessarily call my name compared to some other collections. So I like the aesthetic, I like the packaging, but I think realistically it's going to be a non merci for me. Okay, we're on a roll here with some spring releases. We have something here from Guerlain, and this is their spring 2022 release. So this is going to be starting in early January 3rd in Asia first, and then it will roll out to the rest of the world. What's interesting is that we just talked about the Lunar New Year from Bobbi Brown, but a lot of this spring release from Guerlain to me screams Lunar New Year as well, with the red and the gold. So of course a new collection from Guerlain means we have to have some new lipstick cases. The lipstick colors here, the tubes, look very classic, very red, very chic. So it looks like we have a few different colors. The first one looks more of a brick, more vampy red. Then we have the one in the center, looks a bit lighter, and it looks like it has a little bit of like a gold swirl in it, so maybe it'll have a metallic finish. And then the last one looks like a classic creamy red. I'm not certain what the tones will be like. Once we have some real life swatches, I can share that. I'm certain I'll do another one of these with more real life swatches before these come out. And then there is a beautiful Bumblebee lipstick case. Now, I believe last year there was a limited edition Bumblebee lipstick case, and it was quite expensive. These are collector's items here. I'm not certain on the pricing here. Oftentimes the seasonal cases do tend to be a few dollars more than the regular ones, but if this one with the Bumblebee is like exceptionally more than the rest, I wouldn't be surprised, because last year they did the exact same thing. And then the last three cases here seem to match the lipsticks that we just mentioned earlier, like the more vampy, a little bit lighter, etc. These look gorgeous, and they look like they're going to be felt. Like it looks like the texture is going to be a little bit different. I think these look really nice. I'm not certain I'm going to get these because I absolutely love the ones that I picked up for the fall collection. I think that those are some of my favorite items that I bought this year. I think that these look beautiful. I love the dark vampy berry color. I love the bright red one. I think they're great. I mean, they look beautiful. Of course, it's Guerlain. But realistically, am I going to go out and buy these? Honestly, I think it's a non merci for me. Like aesthetically, I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous. But realistically, I don't know if this is going to happen to me unless I see it in person and the fabric and the texture just blows me away, which might happen. So this is going to be peut-être, which means maybe. I'll see. We'll wait and see. And then moving on to some new Victoria Beckham. So these are currently online right now. She has some new lid lusters. These are the crystal infused single eye shadows. So this collection already exists, but Victoria Beckham has added 2 new colors. So these are standalone eyeshadows, or you can mix them with what you have already to just sort of enhance a look. So the first one is called Chiffon, and this is a beautiful light champagne, but it almost looks a little bit peachy, just depending on the light. Like, it looks peachy but not too orange. It kind of just looks like a really beautiful light wash of color. This would be beautiful for the holiday season, for New Year's, you know, if you just want to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of champagne look to yourself. That looks beautiful. But the second one here, Mirror, I think looks gorgeous. It's a cool toned silver. And for me, something about this screams smoky eye. Like, remember a smoky eye from like the 2000s where it was like white, silver with black? To me, I would use Mirror with one of her super creamy black eyeliners. I would use one of those buttery eyeliners. I would wrap it around. I would smudge it out. I would take the silver and then maybe trace liner again, just to have a buffed out, effortless smoky eye, because sometimes a smoky eye needs to be very precise and sometimes a smoky eye needs to be effortless. Like, the reason why a smoky eye looks chic and French is because French women have that like whatever attitude, and so sometimes when your smoky eye just looks a little bit buffed out with your fingertips, that's the whole look. So that's how I would wear this color here. So this is a oui for me. I am currently waiting for these to arrive, so this is a definite oui for me. I think these look great. I've heard so many great comments about this brand. Listen, I just got into Victoria Beckham recently. Everything you've heard about this brand is true. Everything is great. I've tried the blushes they sent to me. I bought one of the eyeshadows. I bought one of the eyeliners. I bought one of the lipsticks. Everything is great. It's truly a great luxury beauty brand. So I am very happy to end this Will I Buy It on a very nice note. Victoria Beckham, will I buy it? Oui. Yes, Posh, I will. I think these are great. So sound off down below. Let me know which collections are you saying oui or non merci to. Is it too early for spring releases? I mean, I don't mind seeing some promos, but I certainly don't want to see them yet. It's just too early. Like, come on, guys. Like, calm down. I want to see spring in like February. January if I have to, but like, let us enjoy the holiday season before we have all the spring launches, you know? Let me know in the comments, sound off, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like this video, make sure you leave a comment. If you want to encourage me and support me on my channel, just leave a comment, and feel free to shop my affiliate links too. That really helps me out as well. So on that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.